Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new FTB Infinity Expert Mode Skyblock video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really do appreciate that. And I hope you're having a fantastic day overall. I don't know what those guys are. I think they're just plain. So we'll put them in there. Bees, I haven't really done too much. I'm just kind of cleaning a couple things up. We need to get a little bit of dirt, and I want to double check and make sure everything is still in order. As you can see, I've applied a whole bunch of drawer upgrades. All of these guys have void upgrades on them, so basically once they fill up, which is 2048 of that item, like, do we really need 2048 cactus seeds? Not really, but you know, then it'll void out. I haven't done anything with these two because they're still a ways away. We're voiding the extra aluminum because it's not necessary at all. And we have emerald upgrades. Stack limit 416. Is that filling up pretty quick? I can't remember. No, it's 7 times, so we got lots of room. And I've basically just been using emerald upgrades for everything. And you're probably going, why emerald upgrades? Well, because we have a ton of emeralds. We have 350 emeralds, and really there's not much use for them. Just saying. We're going to have to upgrade our ingots at some point in time, but as you can see, we are getting a decent amount. We have 1,760 blocks of iron, which is pretty darn awesome overall. Equally, our crushed uranium just passed the 2048 mark as well as all of these good items. We have 3,800 redstone. So again, resources, especially if you're on a server where you can just kind of chunk load things, which we're allowed to do now, yeah, it gets a little crazy. Definitely pretty cool stuff overall. Let's double check over here, see how we're doing. I had to upgrade these caches to hardened, and as you can see, they're already up at the next step. But luckily, we do have a lot of dirt. We could speed up the dirt thing. That was quite the leg spike. Ooh, oak wood. All right. We need to upgrade that guy too. All right. Good to know. Just small little tiny things, little upgrades here and there is how we're starting off the video. I'm going to do a little bit more of this, and then we're going to jump into the main project for today. So one of the other things that we want to get up and running, finally, I know it's been a couple episodes, is the redstone seeds as well. I know we have 3,800 of these items ready to go, but you know what? Let's get the redstone seeds up and running anyways, because, well, it's going to be beneficial in the long run, or for any type of quick or necessary things, if you know what I mean. So we're going to get these up and running and ready to go. So let's just crop stick this out. We have the redstone ore underneath, so these guys... Oh, we're only at 111. That's right. I still got to grow this thing. I completely forgot about that. Okay. All right. Well, let's grow it, right? So I'm going to get this guy up to 1010. 10 because, well, that's how you do seeds. I completely forgot about that. Maybe I'll do that after this video. But we're going to set up our redstone seeds right out here. And this will start maybe some of our resource seeds from, you know, this type of stuff. So pretty good, pretty nice setup. Luckily, we won't get any weeds or anything like that, so we're good to go there. I'll have to do some crossbreeding of that as well. Overall, though, we're basically getting to the point now where we have loads of resources, which is fantastic. It's great to have all these resources. But we also need to make a few upgrades as we go. And I think the first thing that we want to make, above all else, is some enderium. We're kind of at that point now where it's time. You know, it's time to make some enderium. It's time to get a few things more progressed along. Now, ender pearls are still a concern of mine. We don't have a great source of them. Why is that even a recipe? We don't have a fantastic source of ender pearls at this point in time, so we will have to look into that pretty darn soon. So our enderium supply is going to be quite low, but we can make some of this enderium base. So silver 1 silver, 1 shiny, and 2 tin makes 4 of it. So let's make just a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy. 4 and 4. Okay, and we just throw this in the alloy smelter, just like so. And it'll start smelting up. Now, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a bit of time. I already have some pyrotheum ready to go. I can't remember the exact math. 1 for every 2. Okay, and this guy, we're getting 4 per. And we had, what, 8 of these? So that's 4 times 4, that's 16. Okay, so we're going to need 8 pyrotheum dust. Good. And 16 ender pearls, right? Yeah, it's 2 ender pearls to that. So a whole stack of ender pearls. Bye-bye ender pearls, am I right? But this should give us some enderium, which should allow us to get some of the more advanced materials available to us. Like we can upgrade our bag. You know, we can get up to the resonant stuff. Right here, for example, in things like even the furnaces, right? The satchel, we can get the enderium for that. The caches, which hold 640,000, might I add. Pretty good amount, but we can get those upgrades as well as things like resonant machine frame, which is going to be quite useful down the road. For sure. So I'm going to get these guys at least going. It's going to take a while for those to smelt together. And in the meantime, I think we're going to start on a little bit of IC2 here. And basically, we're at the point now where we need a thermal centrifuge. Now, to get a thermal centrifuge, you need a couple other things as well, because you need to make this mining laser. And the mining laser requires this. The iron turning blank. Now, the iron turning blank requires a turning table from Industrial Craft 2. Not that difficult of a recipe overall, but we are also going to need a kinetic generator to go with that. So, one of the ones that's pretty much the most common is probably the electric. I don't think I'm going to go with any other ones. Is the Sterling one good? No, you need this for that. So, yeah. I think the easiest one to go with is the electric kinetic generator. So, I'm going to get some of this stuff started here. Lots of IC2 related items. Tin casings, iron casings, you name it. All that fun stuff. So, I'm going to get some of that going while we wait for our enderium and everything else to finish up. And then, well, we can carry on. All right, so I've gotten quite a bit prepped. Just been doing a few other things on the side, you know, just getting things done. One of the first things we need, so the ones that we need is the kinetic first, all right? So we're going to need the electric kinetic generator. I'm going to make a whole bunch of coils because I know we need a whole bunch of coils. Bam, just like that. For those of you that are new, this is the first series you're watching. I do this a lot. I set up a lot of crafting stations, and we just go to town, and we craft all the things. Night. And yeah, that's what we do. All right, there we go. We got some electric motors, a couple spare coils. We got an few RE batteries as well. You know, again, you're always better off building in bulk, I think. So there we go. There's our electric kinetic generator from IC2. Step 1 complete. The next thing that we needed for this thing was that turning table, this guy right here. A little bit of iron casings, a basic machine frame, some of those iron shafts, which is the same thing that we did for the water wheels, and some iron plates. And bam, I've already prepared it. That's right. So that gives us our turning table as well. Those two things kind of work in conjunction, which is quite nice. Then we need to work on the next stuff, right? Thermal centrifuge. This is the next guy that is our target. We have the coils, which is good. Let's see, what do I have here? I have 2 iron turning blanks. That's beautiful. We're going to need both of those, just like so. And oh, well, we'll save that for a little bit. Let's set up these kinetic guys first. Now, these guys I don't really care too much about. We aren't going to use them all that often. So, in the meantime, we're just going to slide them on back here. We're not going to keep them up at the forefront. You know what? Let's put it actually next to the rock crusher here. That's a great idea. I can never remember if this is the right way, though. Well, you know what? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Let's throw an LV on it. You use these things so rarely that you usually forget which way is the right way. All right. Okay. And the turning table goes on top of it. And that is not the right way. Okay. Confirmed not the right way. Is that the right way? Nope. That's the same way. This way? Nope. Okay. I think it's one of these things where we need to get down below. Okay, good. All right. And is that the right way? I don't know if it is. Might be. No, it's not red. Okay, let me get this the right way. I think the circle needs to go up, if I remember correctly. All right, so the circle side up. Good, and there's our turning table. And it should be working now. The next step that we need is we need to get ourselves one of the chisels. Oh, what are they called again? Picks? No. Oh boy, what are they called? I completely forgot about this part. Let me just find it here in NEI. You know, things are going pretty well in the world here. I'm still having a ton of time. Lathing tool, that's what we need. So we need a piece of steel plate and 2 iron item casings. Aha, that's why I had that spare iron. All right, let's get that going. And let's get a piece of steel here, and we'll get that as well. This is the industrial craft wrench, by the way. You should probably use it on industrial craft machines, just saying. All right, that's good. We'll get this steel guy going. And no, that's not right. There we go. And let's get the steel plate. I really would love some overclockers. We might have to get into some overclockers pretty soon. And we get our lathing tool. Okay, so this guy goes in here, and now we can start making our setup. So we need the thermal centrifuge. So we need a mining laser. The mining laser requires a handle pattern, and that's a 22234. Okay? Why isn't this working? It should be working. Do I have it backwards? I might have it backwards. It's a possibility. I'm pretty sure I had it right, though. Didn't I? I thought I did. Okay. Let me get it. Alright, so a quick update here. Apparently you can't power it with immersive engineering wiring. I've pretty much tried everything. I have it set up correctly, but still no power. So what we're going to make here is a bat box. And a bat box is basically the, the fundamental storage system of the IC2 world. All right, it's pretty easy to make. It's not overly expensive. It's a little annoying making all those batteries, but it's one of those things. So we're just gonna slap it down like that. Just don't connect, please. All right, so as you can see, you can start storing power in this guy. So all I'm gonna do is now connect that up. We should start powering up the bat box. Oh, do I really need to run a cable to it? You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Alright. Oh man, I tell you. I don't know if I'll get it back. It's fine. Okay. So, we need to... Let's see. Hover mode it. Good. We'll zoom around. Good. Now the output should be facing down. I did get some of these cables. Oh, wait. Oh, you can't input from there. Ah, that makes a little bit more sense now. Okay. So, we just need to reface this then. Okay. That's fine. So we will face it like so. There's our output line. Good. And we'll input in. Good. All right. And then we will connect this guy up. Just like so. We should be storing power. Are we getting power here? We're finally getting power here. Thank God, because I was a little annoyed. All right, good. So that should be getting power. This should have power. Why isn't this working now? Do we not have enough motorage? Oh, I'm pretty sure I did it with 3 before. Did I not only have 3 last time? Oh, man. I really don't want to make more of those, but I may need to. Well, and this isn't lighting up. Why isn't this lighting up? Okay. This thing, honestly, if you go back and watch my single player, this thing gave me more headache than anything else in the entire pack whatsoever. So let me figure this out, I guess. At least we're now getting power and everything. I guess we just need to make sure that everything is situated the right way. Alright, it's red. It should be working. Again, I don't know. Sometimes it just bugs out on me. Alright, so we need a 2, 2, 2, 3, and 4. Right? That's the handle from the iron turning blank. Very nice. Okay. Challenge complete. I tell you, that thing... Honestly, I've never had one system or one block give me more problems than that usually does. Alright, let's move on though. I'm sure you guys are already going to give me crap about that. So anyways, mining laser. We need an advanced circuit, an energy crystal, some advanced alloys. Now I already got the advanced alloys. I've already prepped everything for the advanced circuit as well. And we've also prepped everything for the crystal. So energy crystal is energium dust, which is diamond dust and redstone, just like so. And then we need to compress it down in the IC2 machines. All right, good. In the meantime, we can also charge our jetpack because it was getting a little low. What do you know? All right, so that guy is compressing into our energy crystal. We have... everything else that we need. 2 redstone as well are going to be required. 1, 2. Very good. And let's make our mining laser. Of course, it doesn't work. Alright, that. We got the energy crystal and that. Okay, mining laser complete. The next step is we're going to need that advanced machine frame. I think it's down here. Good. A little bit of refined iron, carbon plate, etc. Pretty straightforward there. And what else do we need for this guy? We need 4 iron, an electric motor, and 2 more coils. Okay, so I'm going to need some more coils. I have enough for 1. So I need a little bit more than that. Let's just put these guys back away. And we'll just get some copper extruding here. Can never have enough of this stuff either. Holy cow. You go through so much of it with IC2, even though you get 3. So this guy's going to require a tin item casing. Okay, pretty straightforward. That's only 1 tin. Nothing too crazy there. I'm going to get these guys put together, and we should be ready to get our thermal centrifuge set up. Alright, so the last little bit here, we need 1 more coil, just like so, and boom. Of course it's not going to function, right? There we go. Go like so, and like so. And now we have our thermal centrifuge. This guy is amazing. We'll just slap it down right there. And like the induction furnace beside it there, it does also require a lever to stay heated up. Alright, now... we obviously have not connected it to power yet, so let's do that first. We'll just stick with the LV like we have been for the for these guys. So we'll get it on the LV. We should be powered, and we should be able to see some power coming in. And this guy will start to heat up. As you can see, the heat bar is starting to raise. Now, the main reason we need the thermal centrifuge, or one of the smallest reasons that we need that, is to get some uranium. Uranium is basically made in a thermal centrifuge with crushed uranium ore. Okay, and you can also get purified uranium ore in an ore washing plant. Now, this is going to be a tough debate on a Skyblock because we can harvest crushed uranium ore, no problem. We already have a ton of it. So I think I'm just going to stick with this for now, because you get a little bit more. You get more tiny piles. I guess that's the advantage, because eventually you're going to need enriched nuclear fuel. So if you're making, what was it, 4 to 1 compared to 5 to 2, yeah, a little bit better odds. But we'll deal with that a little bit later. For now, we just need some uranium. And the reason we need uranium, well, that's to upgrade our jetpack. Alright, so we'll throw this guy in. It'll start smelting it down. It'll start doing its thing as soon as it reaches the 3,000 mark. Now, the biggest reason why we need this, like I said, is to upgrade our jetpack to the hardened jetpack. And this guy requires reactant dynamos, which require uranium right there. But for us to start dealing with all of this fancy-dancy stuff, we need something else. We need a hazmat suit from Industrial Craft. So, let's get this thing going. So we need a whole bunch of rubber, and we need some orange dye. Now, orange dye is just yellow and red. It's very easy to make, but we're going to need more rubber overall. Let's see. Do we have a tree tap? I don't think we do. All right. Let's get a little bit of wood in the sawmill here, and let's work on getting ourselves a tree tap. We may need to get an electric tree tap, because I haven't gotten any Mine Factory Reloaded saplings. Lucky me, right? Anyways, so all we're going to do is go around, tapping the trees. Jetpack and the Ring of Magnetism help quite a bit with this, by the way. So, anyways, I'm going to get some rubber. Yeah, because that's what we do. Alright, so I just grabbed the orange dye from over in my farming area, and let's first make the scuba helmet. This guy is basically the helmet to the hazmat suit. So we need an iron bar and a piece of glass. We should have both somewhere, and they're right beside each other. Look at that. So first things first is we're going to do the scuba helmet. Good. The next thing that we're going to need is the hazmat stuff. So we're going to need the hazmat suit and the hazmat pants. Awesome. We're going to be so bright and beautiful in orange. And last but not least is we need some rubber boots. And those require a block of wool. Let's get some string. Good. And we can get these guys done as well. The rubber boots are actually pretty nice. I don't know if you guys notice, I take fall damage quite a bit with the jetpack and everything. But with the rubber boots on, they actually negate some of the fall damage. So they're actually quite useful. The other thing that I'm going to want to make is an armor stand from Bibliocraft. And that's a few stone slabs and some iron ingots. Pretty straightforward item. Nothing too crazy there. But the best thing about it is with about 9 redstone here, you can make a redstone block. And this guy, well, let's just set it up. Oh, where do I want to set it up? You know what? Let's set it up right here, actually. For now, you put the redstone block down, and then you can put the armor stand on top of it. That's not a good place for either of those things, by the way. Just saying. That's a terrible place, because it'll deactivate our transfer node. Alright. I need a better place for this armor stand. Probably somewhere around here, but all this stuff's in the way. You know what? Let's slap it right over here, just like so. And what we can do here is we can put our scuba gear, or our hazmat gear, in there. And a shift right click will switch out the gear that you have on automatically because of that redstone block that you have underneath. Basically, a redstone signal is what's required there. One of the other things, while we're waiting, we can now upgrade our reinforced satchel to the Enderium one. I think it's Electrum, right? Electrum nuggets? Is that what I'm thinking? 3 of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. Resonant satchel. Very good. And basically, this is the largest satchel you can get. Now, you can enchant it to make it larger. And we will be looking to do that very, very shortly. All right. So, let's see. We have got some uranium and some tiny piles of uranium here. That is beautiful. Never pick it up without your hazmat suit on. All right. Best advice I can give you is that. But I think that's going to actually be wrapping up point. I think we're pretty much there. I think we'll leave it at the thermal centrifuge. And I'm going to make another storage drawer for our items, for our loot, and for our enderium more than anything. And I think that's going to be it. Everything else in the world is working quite nicely and as intended. So other than that kinetic thing, which drives me bonkers, might I add, I think it was overall a good episode. So make sure you slap that like button, subscribe, all that awesome stuff that you guys usually do. And I'll see you in the next episode of FTB Infinity Skyblock, or in my regular world as well. So there we go. Enderium now has a home, and I can still click on the drawer controller, but I may want to move it forward one. That's a different story. So anyways, guys, that is it. Leave a like, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.